Hello, welcome back. It's June again from poppyfieldcardcrafts.com, and for today's tutorial I have these lovely pocket cards with a tag or a bookmark inside. It just depends what you want to do, how you want to make the inserts. And what's really good about this is it's an excellent way to use all of your bits of cardstock and papers that you have stashed somewhere, or even some papers that you've had for a long time and you didn't want to use them. Maybe now's the time to make these. Ideal for little gifts, excellent for Christmas. Change out the paper. So I shall show you what I've done. I've matted this paper onto red cardstock and stamped that thank you sentiment on there, stamped and embossed. Popped a little butterfly, which goes very nicely with this paper. And this is more of a tag than a bookmark, but it still can be used as a bookmark. And I stamped and embossed that sentiment too. That's one. And then for this one, this pretty blue paper is matted onto navy paper, and I've used a brad to hold the dangly charm there, and die cut the words enjoy for that one. And then for this one I've stamped you are a treasured friend. I love this colour paper and it goes really well with the cardstock I've used. I've got, if you've noticed, I've made various sizes for the inserts, whether they be a tag or a bookmark. And what I would do, obviously before you add any decoration to these, if you wanted to laminate them, obviously do that first and then cut the laminating sheets down to size, and then put in your hole for whatever you want to hang from there. So we'll get started with this one. So you need some cardstock that measures 8.5 inches by 7. So I'm just under that, but I think that will be all right. 8.5 inches by 7. And then we're going to score at 3 3/4 of an inch. And then 7.5. Now I like to score both sides, and when you do this it does break the fibres on your cardstock and it'll bend much easier. And then turn it and score 1/2 inch. Oops. I don't know why I'm doing it like that, so we can score that there. That's better. Turn that over and score that side. And then if you fold and just burnish the score lines, So now this is going to be the front. This side is going to be the front. And what we need to do is to cut away this section and that little bit section there. So I'll start with that one. And then if you cut a slither of card at an angle, it makes it less bulky when you come to fold in corners and such like. And I shall use my big scissors for this one. So now your card is looking like that. This folds over, the bottom goes up, and that goes over that way. So what we need to do next is find your 4-inch mark, and then marry that with your ruler. If you go from the 4-inch point to the corner, you can use your paper cutter for that. I will just use these rather large scissors. Now it's looking like that, but we don't want that on show, so we can remove that. And I'm just making, if I could see, so excuse my head because I really can't see the mark there. It doesn't help that I'm using dark card either. So we now need to cut this top part off, remove that. So I'll just make the mark there. So now your base is looking this shape. Ready to be decorated. So now we want to add some paper on the inside, and I have this lovely, it's like a necru shape, I would say, colour, not a shape. So all I'm going to do is mark it this way without measuring. Get the paper trimmer, I'll need that again, and that should sit nicely just there. You needn't take it right down to that score line because no one is going to see that. That'll be closed like that. I'm now using some Cosmic Shimmer Dries clear glue. This is by Creative Expressions. It's excellent glue, and it gives you a little bit of wiggle room as well. So that can go on there. I've taken it too far over now. Just as well, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. That's it. Just want to trim that little piece again. It's better. So we have that. And then we want to add some tape on this bottom piece, but you're adding it to the outside. And then on this side piece. Remove the backing. Close that up there. And now we want to add some of the paper on the front. And the easiest way for me is to pop it inside. Excuse my voice, I've got a funny voice today. And then just draw a line down like that. Take a little bit of the pencil mark off there. And I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom. Just a little. Add my glue. There you are. I've put on here, you are a treasured friend, and I've got two very treasured friends who are avid readers. So this is going to one of them and this is going to the other one. So I think I'll go back with you are a treasured friend. That's if I can find my stamp. The stamp set is also by Creative Expressions and it's called Amazing Sentiments. It really does have some lovely verses and sentiments on there. Very nice. So bringing in my Misty. I've done a lot of stamping today, so I'm sorry if this looks rather grubby. I will be cleaning it later. And I'll put that there. Should I put it down there? I'll put it down there. And I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black, and this is what I usually emboss with as well when I'm using black, but I'm just going to do a plain stamping today. It's fine. Give it a quick rub and I will clean it later. And then I suppose it depends, well, I don't suppose, I know it depends on what cardstock you've got left as to how you're going to make the bookmark or tag. I can go with a larger one. Do you want to do a larger one? I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. Okay, what I'll do first is no, I don't want to do that. I was going to cut that at an angle. So we'll reduce this to 6 inches and we'll make this 2.5 inches wide. So now I can go down an increment. That was 2.5, so I'll go there. I really love this shade on this paper. And then with this, it will glue onto there. And as long as you don't saturate your paper with the glue, it won't buckle or bend. And that's another good reason for using this glue. Get this on here. I'm going to stamp this as well. Sorry about the noise, I just knocked the book off. And this one says, a friend is like a rainbow. They brighten your life when you've been through a storm. And I think this will go very nicely on there, because I want to punch a hole in there to either hang another charm or a tassel. I haven't decided yet. I'll be doing that later. There we go. Clean that after. Isn't that nice? That will dry. And I can pop in there. So you do need some sort of something at the top of this, whether it be ribbon or a charm. It's your choice. But what an easy way to make a nice gift for someone using your leftover pieces of card and paper. So I hope you've enjoyed that. And again, I'd like to thank you for spending some time with me, and until the next video, happy crafting. Bye.